Hey tubers, this has been kind of a long drawn out process for this guy. Anyways, this is the number 2. That's a number 2. Belongs to the customer. I keep a record on all these guys. And the last time that this machine was in was 5/5 of 24. So it's been way well over a year. And what it says, questionable if this machine's been in before, wrong securing screw on the air cover, excessive shut-off wiring, not secured and crushed, causing grounding of the coil, choke linkage not attached, blah, blah, blah. So this thing got fixed and went out a long, long time ago. So when it came back, when I got it, it was just described as a no start condition. All right, not a big deal. We see that, especially if machine's set for a little bit. Let's see, down in here, it does have fuel in it, and it looks like the same fuel, because my fuel is pretty much clear. You can see it over here in the primer as well. I don't use that blue stuff that most of the guys use for a 2-stroke. So, but the gas doesn't smell bad. That'd be like a 1.5 years old. You would expect a specific odor. Anyways, we go back to the triage part, and I pull it over. I'm checking it for spark, blah blah blah, and it's got spark, but it's very, very weak. So I go and I order up a new coil. I put that in. I put it in, and I still get nothing. I put fuel directly down inside the cylinder, and I got resistance and everything. I feel like I have compression, but it's not even licking off. It's not even trying to start. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then pull the spark plug out. I'm still pulling on it. It loses a little bit of the resistance, but I can still feel some. I put the compression tester on it, and it's only coming up at like maybe 55, 60 pounds. So obviously we're going to tear this thing apart. This just came in. This is a new piston in a cylinder to replace that, to get that compression back. So I'm going to find a good place, probably switch you over onto the tripod. We're going to tear this thing apart, put a new cylinder, a new piston in it, and get it out of here. But, oh yeah, and then like, so, you know how it is sometimes. Like, I ordered the replacement coil from somebody, and it was just taking like a long time. Do the tracking on it, and they said, oh, that was delivered. I'm like, no, we never got it. And then so we go back and forth. They canceled it, got my money back, and then just ordered up from another company. So that was about 10 days in the works just to get this. So after I replaced it and I checked it, it's got really good spark now, but that's what led me over to the problem with the compression. So now we're going to take and just start tearing off parts. And I'm wondering if I'm going to try to do some editing and see if I can't do some fast forward of the stripping it down. So otherwise I'll just cut parts out for you to save some time. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to take and put in a new piston and cylinder. It's all in here. I'll show you the parts as we break them out. Okay, hang in there. Grab some crackers and a cocktail. Okay, guys. So, I think we've talked about this before. I don't think a lot of you guys are going to end up doing this job, but I'll tell you what, you will find these at a garage sale or like an equipment auction, something like that, because they're very valuable. These things are like way over $1,000, like $1,200. And if you've torn them apart before, you spend a little bit on the parts and stuff, but it's not terribly excessive. I mean, you can absolutely make money out of it. So thought I had one last week for like $50, and then I guess those guys knew what they had. We got a magnet tray there for yeah, I guess these guys knew what they had. So I didn't get an answer. And then the next day the price had gone up to like $500. And I'm like, no, that just ate up all my profit. So I want to get this blade off of here. Get some parts out of here. Hold on. A little slack on that belt. Come on, baby. I need the right wrench, and I don't know where I put it. Hi, Jax. I'm just trying to put a little slack into this belt from the tensioner. Let's take set all this stuff on the ground behind you, because we are taking everything off of this. But I do want to take a look inside the exhaust. I'll bring you over closer for that in a second. And not hopefully, but most assuredly, we're going to see all the scoring. There's 3 T27s here. Lock my wheels down. Screw on this side was loose. Interesting. Gasket. Chunk of something here. Yeah, pretty beat up. Let's get you over here. See the top of the piston. So we're going to find a bunch more down in there. I've seen a lot worse, but here's another little test you can do. Hold on. other than the regular compression test. We got some WD-40. I'm going to put the piston up. I just filled that exhaust up with oil. It's like it won't even make bubbles. It's leaking so bad. So 100% there's our problem. Something was dancing around on the edge of that. Right on the edge of that piston. So alright, let's finish tearing this thing apart. It's going to take a little while. I don't know if I got it in me. I'm just going to start tearing it apart. And once I get the engine out, I'll film the replacing of the piston and the cylinder. How's that? Okay, here's the gas that I pulled out of it, you guys. I'm wondering if these guys just kind of end up straight gassing it, because it has been run. Here's the filter and everything that was in it. So the machine has been run. I'm getting ready to pull the carburetor out of it, and this is broken off on the carburetor. So they're really pretty good about having me fix their stuff. So, and I think this is a company one, so I don't know what's going on. It's very odd. Very odd. So, alright, I'm going to keep on going. And then we'll be back. Let's see here. That's metal. That right there is a big old piece of metal. And that was from down inside the crankcase. So I'm going to take and slide the cylinder off. Let's go into like a little bit deeper dive. You see a big old chunk taken out of the side. That may, I don't know, was that where the dowel pin was? Kind of looks like it. There's the ring right there, and I think that's part of the pin. So that piston, the top part of that piston came off. Nope, it's not the top dowel pin. And it just started bouncing around in there. You can see where that piece was bouncing around. Let's see how much is in there. But if it was straight gassed, it's aluminum, because I can still see a couple of chunks. There's more. There's more. So I'm touching something that keeps shutting my phone off. But anyways, here's the real concerning part is, look how much play is in that connecting rod. That's not good. I'm wondering if it lost a needle bearing out of there. Definitely need to go into a deeper dive. I don't know. And that's a big deal. That might be a deal breaker right there. Hear it? That's just straight up and down. That should not be like that. Alright, we gotta figure out what we're gonna do. I don't know what happened with my phone. Hey, so anyways, here we are, guys. I put the cylinder on. I got the piston, the rings, wrist pin is new. Had to use the same bearings. They don't give those to you in the kit. If you look down inside of here, there's the arrow pointing right out the exhaust. We got all of this fun stuff, new gasket. Anyways, I don't know the exact torque spec on this, but I know that the chainsaws usually run about 7.7 foot-pounds. I use my inch-pound torque wrench, and I just go to 92 inch-pounds. Start off at 50, go to like 60 or 65, and then finish them off, tighten them up down here at 92. So, done with all that part, and now I'm just going to start throwing pieces back on it. I had a hell of a time yesterday. This is why it's taken 2 days to put this together. No, it doesn't take that long. But when you're pressure washing all the pieces, and you got one of those stupid Harbor Freight, the handle blew out. So the water just started blowing out the handle, and of course I don't have the warranty on it. So anyways, so I tried to fix that and do a makeshift, but now I'm going to start putting this thing all back together, and it'll be like, I don't know, another hour or so, and we'll have this bad chicken running. Okay, be back. Okay, guys, back again. So I'm already starting to put it back. I got it back in the cradle. All that, put the exhaust on. Don't really have too much left to do. I got to take them, put on a carburetor, air filters, all that fun stuff. Put the coil back on. This is, remember when I was taking it apart, I said like that one screw was loose? Well, this is the muffler that came off of it. So even with and the gasket goes on the other side. So it looks like that the bolt was loose and it just sat there and it rattled around and stuff. So it's, see ya. Alright, I'm not going to bore you with all of this stuff. We'll be back when I come back. And I'll have the coil, the carb, all that stuff. I'm like pretty close to being ready to start it up. So, alright, be back. So it's all back together now. And let's just see if it's going to start up. I didn't do anything to the carb except for, if you remember when I pulled it apart, that little vent tube came out of the carb. We just pushed that back in, tapped it in. So that's good. You know what? I can tell you right now. Hold on. Shoot. I know I lined up the, what do you call it? That throttle shaft, yep. But I didn't hook it into the trigger. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay, it's in. Alright. Let's prime it. I did put a little bit of gas in there. We got a full prime. Choke. See what happens. Choke. Choke to half. Oh shoot. I didn't have a high idle start on it. I might need to put more gas in it, you guys. But we got fire. We're just going to let that piston and cylinder get heat soaked a couple of times before we rub the hell out of it. But there it is. It's done. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. That's it. I'm done. I'm out. Okay, guys. Full disclosure. So when last we were with our superhero, I hope this shows up. We're looking all the way to the back. I'm going to put it right smack center in the screen. I know it's not focused very well. See that chunk right outside of the port? So I let it run, heat soaked it a couple times, start it, stop it, start it, stop it. Everything still looks good, Still has some compression, but not what it had, and it kind of shut off pretty quick. So I'm going to have to tear this thing down and then start again. And if I don't trust this block right here, I have another one over there. So I'm thinking about maybe rebuilding that block. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea just to keep on laying around. But yeah, it went from yay, great to shit. It's not running great now. Alright. So there will be a part 2 on this. And I'll keep you updated. Can't win them all. Right? God, that pissed me off. Anyways, okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm out.